Can't put the controller on this freaking leg. It falls off in vibration.
Damn the Patriots! You still have some use.
I've captured Snake.
No, Snake. So by the way, Snake's in handcuffs. And like the next scene, still kind of funny to me.
Bring him in.
This game definitely makes Snake so much more of an action hero than like the last ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know the next scene, right, where like he freaking has the handcuffs. He's like,
And he just like
liquid. It's like pure rage. That's why a lot of people didn't like MGS4, because in MGS2, like his whole philosophy is like we have to like be the change we want to be in the world. And in MGS4, he's like,
Are you awake
old,
yet,
and
Jack?
he's like, let the world be.
GW, the Arsenal AI is corrupted beyond repair. I admit that I underestimated you.
Oh, look at that move. Can't see anything.
I'll squeeze the answers out of you instead, my son.
Triangle. Dude, he's choking me. Let go, you fucker. Oh god.
What do
It's
you
so
hope
much
to
faster.
hear? You know he doesn't know
Apparently,
anything.
in the PS2,
It's not
almost
him
physically
I want
impossible.
the answers from.
to
On European Extreme and PS2, it
Really?
was almost physical. There's probably like a few people in the world who can actually do it, like by hand.
What do you mean?
and if he dies.
That's not your
Oh,
business.
there's no like you save literally the second.
Oh,
before
really?
this
Okay.
cutscene.
It so happens I have some business of my
Still.
own to attend to.
Like, it's
Planning to
so
hijack
hard.
Arsenal?
Huh?
You were going to screw me over, weren't you?
Who talked? Ocelot?
Not exactly. I was the one who used Ocelot to suggest the idea to you in the first place.
What?
I was planning to give you Arsenal to begin with.
Why the uncharacteristic generosity?
I'm no philanthropist. Arsenal is far from impregnable.
That's it.
It needs other Metal Gears as guards, a huge payload of warheads, and full air, sea, and land support to function efficiently. Against a large attack force without support, Arsenal is nothing more than a gigantic coffin. Seizing Arsenal gear was never the real objective.
What was your objective then?
A list of names of the Patriots! They were planning to extend their control to digital information flow with GW and Arsenal. That
Should
means
I?
the information they want to filter out.
Stuff.
No, there is another way.
Really? But we have our own plans to carry out. We'll take the arsenal since you don't care for it anyway. The
Yeah, let's give them
purified
the
hydrogen
Patriots
bomb is
stuff.
ready to go.
A nuclear strike
Please
won't
don't
stop them.
It will damage their power source. The mindless masses that they control. First things first.
Of course. That was what you wanted. I won't stop you. Good luck.
Thanks, but I have quite enough of that.
Evil cackle from Ocelot.
What exactly do you find so funny?
Charades usually are humorous. I wouldn't have minded watching some more of it, but we're running a little short on time.
So
What are you
cool.
talking about?
Everything you've done here has been scripted, a little exercise set up by us.
Exercise.
The S3 plan was
exercise.
conceived as a means to produce soldiers on par with Solid Snake. That's what I told you. But the VR training the boy was put through is not the meat of the project. You think this little terrorist incident is your own doing, Solidus? This is the S3 training kernel. An orchestrated recreation of Shadow Moses.
What?
So to this day, I still don't really. I'm pretty sure all
Ames
three
and
of
the
them
president's deaths. The ninja.
are all like kind
The
of
computer virus that mimics Fox Die.
Not this one, but the one that the.
Did you really think they were all a
Is
coincidence?
the most true.
What the
Ames'
there
own
is- There
nanomachines
definitely
were
was.
used to
this-
shut
this
down his
definitely was orchestrated
pacemaker.
Where it's supposed to be like Shadow Moses, right? And it was also.
I arranged
to
for the
make
appearance of the
Raiden on
ninja
par
as
Solid
well.
Snake. There's truth in that as well. But the one afterwards,
As for the
like
president,
the social,
although
like,
Johnson
whatever
realized
thing is,
what
like,
was going
the
on,
Patriots orchestrated,
he
is, like, the
played
most
out
true.
his allotted part.
That's what a lot of people get.
As for the
confused about.
computer virus, it's a digital counterpart of Foxdie. It was also designed to eliminate every scrap of information regarding the Patriots from GW.
But the next codec.
Your
fucking-
plan was invalidated
I might actually
even
play it,
before
because it's actually
execution,
kind of
Solidus.
interesting. He had, like, that last quote at the end, where he's like, "Now, like
Fat
our
Man
little
was a different
monsters."
story.
He's like,
He's
"Fighting
one of our own
and
people.
it's like,
A sort of examiner we hired to test the boy's progress before letting him tackle the exercise proper.
well, it's fine.
We had to arrange for Stillman's presence to coax the
checked, like,
maniac
actual time,
into
it's like
agreeing. If the boy had allowed the big shell to be destroyed, this exercise would have ended there. The project has no room for failures.
What do you mean?
Given the right situation, the right story, anyone can be shaped into Snake. Even rookies can fight like men of experience. An instant creation of genius. And this training kernel will provide more than enough data to formulate such a program. You, Dead Cell, Olga, you're all nothing but pawns placed to create the perfect simulation. Solidus, you and the boy were selected because your relationship resembles the one between Snake and Big Boss. Fortune, you and the rest of Dead Cell stand in for the Foxhound squad that Snake took on in Shadow Moses. You're the most impressive collection of freaks outside of Foxhound.
I just remembered something.
We've gone to a lot of trouble to set you up against the boy.
Well, it's
That
gonna
story
happen
about
soon.
purified hydrogen bombs
on this
is just the
season.
tip of the iceberg. The project was already underway when I sunk that tanker, along with your old man 2 years
This is still
ago.
really well orchestrated for being fucking like 2
Throwing
years
your
ago.
husband in the brig was a part of it too. You were told that the eradication of Dead Cell 6 months ago was an act of the Patriots. We provoked and encouraged your hatred. And you opted for vengeance, just as we planned.
All orchestrated?
Bastard.
Except for the appearance of the real Solid Snake.
Yeah, why wouldn't they think?
I
real
wonder
Snake would
now
show up?
who sent for you.
All our misfortune was just a part of their project?
Jeez.
Actually shoots her. Is that blood?
It's the blood.
How could...
You're no Lady Luck. You have nothing that we didn't give you.
It's this part, by the way.
What?
What? No.
Or did you just like false over?
Well.
Do you
this-
know why no bullet could hit you? It wasn't magic or some new age mumbo jumbo. Certainly wasn't your psychic talents. It was all staged by the Patriots.
Staged?
You were being shielded by the electromagnetic weapons technology that the Patriots developed. Your Dead Cell comrades loved your father and husband. We needed a pathetic wretch like you to keep them focused.
need a lady.
You've been our puppet all along, just like Olga.
Giant
It's called a railgun.
No!
We need a lady who can hold a railgun, not.
You were hamming it up as the tragic heroine, thanks to the script that the Patriots wrote for
You're
you.
the only one. That's why.
Pure self-indulgence, absorbed in your own misfortune. You couldn't get enough of the drama.
That is
I
true.
could
She's really
die
into it.
whenever I wanted to.
That's true.
She's like, no, why does everything have to happen to me?
Thought I got her in the heart.
She's like, shit.
It missed. Remember, your heart's on the right. Waste of metal, my dear, but your luck's run out. This is the little gizmo. There's no such thing as miracles or the supernatural, only cutting-edge technology.
Bastard.
Yeah, just jumps in with bullets and just dodge. Oh shit. I like how, like, literally,
Now that I have enough data,
know, Ryan
all
was
I
like-
have to do is retrieve
now,
Arsenal
like, everyone's like,
and clean up the refuse from the exercise.
Just try.
even Kojima knew it wasn't, it would have been a little too far-fetched.
How's this then?
Blocking.
He's really good at what he does. The buffs he does. Makes you buff and it makes you agile. Like Howell's being buff.
Fortune!
You idiot! Get the hell away from there!
I told you, your luck's run out. Take your reward.
Ridiculous.
It's all the payload Ray has. Die!
Fireworks out.
Everybody down!
What's the
Really inaccurate.
impossible?
Yeah, that's
She's gonna get you. She is Lady Luck.
My name is Helena Dolph Jackson, the daughter of a proud and noble soldier.
Chick falls over dead. He's like, well, she's gone. So the boy guy's up still.
See my family
Still in the family.
Yeah.
Guys,
Again.
It's so.
Take out my water pressure laser.
I mean, I don't know if you guys know this, but we're surrounded by water.
Took a step on you.
I
Look.
literally can't.
Damn! Just kick you.
Try this instead. No! No!
They're like Johnny's Fox style. He just makes everyone else get like stomach problems.
Makes little shit.
Yeah.
That's his power.
Brothers!
Liquid.
Liquid!
Yeah.
I've been waiting for this! It can't be!
Persona.
I've been inside this arm all along, waiting for the right time to awaken.
Where's Zakahiko? No, that's you. And Adachi.
What's his own
You were inside Ocelot?
Yes, a sleeper in the arm of a Patriot spy.
It was you 2 years ago?
Sleeper agent in the
Exactly.
arm of a spy.
I was controlling him.
What the hell?
He's the ultimate agent. How can we fight
Snake, it was
something
I
like
that leaked information about Arsenal to your partner and got you out here.
What?
You're the only one that can free me. After all,
MGS4's
I'm off to bury the Patriots for good.
You know where they are?
It's hard to
How?
believe. And even
Why
in this
do you
game.
think I chose Ocelot as my host?
And why did
But
he
before I
get
go, I have a
office?
family matter to settle with
Because
both
he
of
gets
you.
like so like famous.
There's room for only
stuff
one
that it's, like,
snake
falls off.
and one big boss.
It's like a superhero.
Time to say goodbye!
It's kind of a joke too. He never dies. He lives on in one body part. He takes over a character's body and lives on.
Surfing! It's a good way to go.
Liquid! Stop this thing!
What's his plan?
Hey, Snake! You coming?
It just happens to be like a living force, and they just end up flying around the building. Well, that's not big. That's not big, actually. It's more wide. So that's not like
It's
They
girthy.
might be on par with Sahelanthropus. I might be wrong. We should see how far it is. Yeah, this thing is. Eight time and everything now. Stop. Would not stop.
Federal Hall!
What are you laughing at?
Do you know what day it is today?
Not you too. I'm so concerned about today.
Oh, it's Liam O'Brien.
That's right.
I love these, by the way. These real
George
life.
Washington took office as the first president of the United States of America 200 years ago today. And it happened right here.
This is funny.
We were going to declare another independence. The dawn of a new nation. Here.
Cinematography, man.
The end of the
it's
Patriots'
so
secret
cool.
rule. Liberation
Smoke on
of
those
this
buildings,
country.
like-
This was where it was supposed to begin. This is where freedom could have been born.
I like it.
All you want is power at any cost.
Jack, it's not power I want. What I wanted to take back from the Patriots are things like freedom, civil rights, opportunities. The founding principles of this country. Everything
underrated.
that's about to be wiped out by their digital censorship.
It's still relevant today.
Jack, listen to me. We're all born with an expiration date. No one lasts forever. Life is nothing but a grace period for turning the best of our genetic material into the next generation.
All the time. Where like just zooms in on stuff.
The data of life
Like,
is
they-
transferred
No,
from
it-
parent to child.
You know, like,
That's
show
how
the-
it works.
the
But we
shine
have
of,
no
like,
heirs,
Yeah.
no legacy. We brothers are called les enfants terribles. Cloned from our father, with the ability to reproduce conveniently engineered out.
Right.
What is our legacy if we cannot pass the torch? Proof of our existence, a mark of some sort. When the torch is passed on from parent to child, it extends beyond DNA. Information is imparted as well. All I want is to be remembered by other people, by history. The Patriots are trying to protect their power, their own interests, by controlling the digital flow of information. I want my memory, my existence to remain. Unlike an intron of history, I will be remembered as an exon. That will be my legacy, my mark in history. But the Patriots would deny us even that.
Yeah, he's pretty popular.
I will triumph over the Patriots and liberate us all, and we will become the Sons of Liberty!
Roll the credits. This is where that codec is.
Raiden, are you receiving? We're still here.
How's that possible? The AI was destroyed.
Only GW.
Who are you?
To begin with,
God,
we're not
there it
what
is.
you'd call human. Over the past 200 years, a kind of consciousness formed layer by layer in the crucible of the White House. It's not unlike the way life started in the oceans 4 billion years ago. The White House was our primordial soup, a base of evolution.
Exactly.
We are formless. We are the very discipline and morality that Americans invoke so
real.
often. How can anyone hope to eliminate us? As long as this nation exists, so will we.
Cut the crap! If you're immortal, why would you take away individual freedoms and censor the net?
Jack, don't be silly.
Don't you know that our plans have your interests, not ours, in mind?
What?
Jack, listen carefully, like a good boy.
The mapping of the human genome was completed early this century. As a result, the evolutionary log of the human race lay open to us.
We started with genetic engineering, and in the end, we succeeded in digitizing life itself.
But there are things not covered by genetic information.
What do you mean?
Human memories, ideas, culture, history.
Genes don't contain any record of human history.
Is it something that should not be passed on? Should that information be left at the mercy of nature?
We've always kept records of our lives, through words, pictures, symbols, from tablets to books.
But not all the information was inherited by later generations. A small percentage of the whole was selected and processed, then passed on. Not unlike genes.
They fixed
really.
Chun-Li's face.
That's
but
what
not everyone
history
else's.
is, Jack.
But in the current digitized world, trivial information is accumulating every
Chun-Li
second,
got, like, this
preserved in all its
revamp.
triteness,
No, man.
never fading, always accessible.
I will
Rumors
say,
about petty issues, misinterpretations, slander.
All this junk data, preserved in an unfiltered state, growing at an alarming rate.
It will only slow down social progress, reduce the rate of evolution.
Right? You seem to think that our plan is one of censorship.
Are you telling me it's not?
You're being silly. What we propose to do is not to control content, but to create context.
Create context.
The digital society furthers human flaws and selectively rewards development of convenient half-truths.
Yeah.
Just look at the strange juxtapositions of morality around you.
Billions spent on new weapons in order to humanely murder other humans.
Rights of criminals are given more respect than the privacy of their victims.
Although there are people suffering in poverty, huge donations are made to protect endangered species.
We just had a
Everyone
Wolverine
grows up
movie.
being told the same thing.
Everyone is just
Be nice
stealing
to other
put in
people.
X-Men.
But beat out the
Redoing.
competition.
You're special.
A lot of X-Men
Believe in
involved.
yourself and you will succeed.
Oh yeah.
But it's obvious from the start that only a few can succeed.
You exercise your right to freedom, and this is the result.
Well, technically,
All
like, the
rhetoric
X-Men
to
Netflix,
avoid
yeah, Deadpool.
conflict and protect each other from hurt. The untested truths, spun by different interests, continue to churn and accumulate in the sandbox of political correctness and value systems.
Everyone withdraws into their own small gated community, afraid of a larger forum. They stay inside their little ponds, leaking whatever truth suits them into the growing cesspool of
I'm like watching this
society
as
at
well. Like, I
large.
freaking love.
The different cardinal truths
part of the game,
neither
like,
clash
literally
nor
think about it.
mesh. No one is
But, like, this is
invalidated,
also the part of the game
but
where it's
nobody
like-
is right.
Not
It's
even
still,
natural
it's
selection
still, like,
can take
broken
place
system.
here. The world is being engulfed in truth.
And this is the way the world ends. Not with a bang, but a whimper.
We're trying to stop
It's
that
like-
from
it's like-
happening.
It's our
Age
responsibility
of, like,
as
digital age
rulers,
is filled with nothing
just
but,
as in
like,
genetics. Unnecessary
junk,
information
we're
and
good.
memory
This is
must be
junk, like,
filtered out
people
to
accept things for
stimulate the
whatever they want
evolution
to
of the
accept it
species.
to.
And you think you're qualified to decide what's
Like,
necessary
they
and
make it where
not?
it's like,
Absolutely.
people,
Who
like,
else could
go
wade
back
through
to
the
those
sea
small
of
game
garbage you
communities
people
where, like, there's a bigger
produce,
picture in
retrieve
mind.
valuable truths,
like, they-
and
they-
even interpret
they hear
their
what they
meaning
wanna
for
hear,
later
they do what they wanna do.
generations?
That's what it means to create context.
I'll decide for myself what to believe and what to pass on.
But is that even your own idea?
Definitely
Or something
not.
Snake told you.
That's the proof of your incompetence right there. You lack the qualifications to exercise free will.
That's not true. I have the right.
Does something like a self exist
Don't even
inside
say
of you?
That which you call self serves as nothing more than a mask to cover your own being.
In this era of ready-made truths,
Don't
self
even
is
say
just
it.
something used to preserve those positive
Don't even
emotions
say
that
it.
you occasionally
Don't
feel.
even say it.
Another possibility is that
Definitely
self
not.
is a concept you conveniently borrowed under the logic that would endow you with some sense of strength.
That's crap.
Is it? Would you prefer
Definitely
that someone
not.
else tell you? All right then. Explain it to him.
Jack, you're simply the best, and you got there all by yourself.
Damn. Yeah, Rose is so
Oh,
mean.
what happened? Do you feel lost? Why not try a bit of soul searching?
Don't think you'll find anything, though.
Ironic that although self is something that you yourself fashioned, every time something goes wrong, you turn around and place the blame on something else.
It's not my fault. It's not your fault.
In denial,
Funny's gonna happen.
you simply resort to looking for another, more convenient truth in order to make yourself feel better.
Leaving behind in an instant the so-called truth you once embraced.
Should someone like that be able to decide what is truth?
Should someone like you even have the right to decide?
You've done nothing but abuse your freedom.
You don't deserve to be free.
We're not the ones smothering the world. You are.
The individual is supposed to be weak, but far from powerless. A single person has the potential to ruin the world.
That's why,
And
that's
the
why I
age
don't know
of
why.
digitized
they
communication
put that in.
has given even more power to the individual.
real.
Too much power for an immature
Get real.
species.
Building a legacy involves figuring out what is wanted and what needs to be done for that goal. All this you used to struggle with. Now we think for you.
We are your guardians, after all.
You want to control human thought, human behavior?
Of course. Anything can be quantified nowadays. That's what this exercise was designed to prove.
You fell in love with me just as you were meant to, after all. Isn't that right, Jack?
Ocelot was not told the whole truth, to say the least.
We rule an entire nation. Of what interest would a single soldier, no matter how able, be to us?
The S3 plan does not stand for Solid Snake Simulation.
His face.
What it does stand for
God.
is Selection
Jesus
for
Christ.
Societal Sanity.
There it is. Yeah.
The S3 is a system for controlling human will and consciousness.
I'm not gonna lie, like,
S3 is not you, a soldier trained in the image of Solid Snake.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like way.
It is a method, a protocol that created a circumstance that made you what you are.
Ow.
So you see, we're the S3, not you.
Yeah, it's freaking crazy.
What
It's
you
crazy.
experienced was the final test of its effectiveness.
That's crazy.
You heard what President Johnson said.
The Arsenal's GW system is the key to their supremacy.
The objective of this exercise was to establish such a method.
Oh shit, maybe not.
We
Hey,
used
Snake.
Shadow Moses as a paradigm for the exercise.
Fox Island.
I wonder if you would have preferred a fantasy setting.
We chose that backdrop because of its extreme circumstances. It was an optimal test for S3's crisis management capacity. If the model could trigger, control, and solve this, it would be ready for any contingency. And now, we have our proof. Raiden, there are also reasons behind your selection. Solidus raised plenty of other child soldiers. Do you know why we chose you over them? It was because you were the only one who refused to acknowledge the past. All the others remember what they were and pay for it daily.
But you turn your back on everything you don't like. You do whatever you like, see only the things you like, and for yourself alone.
Yes, Rose can attest to that.
You refused to see me for what I was. I lied to you, but I wanted to be caught. You pretended to be understanding, to be a gentleman. You never made a conscious attempt to reach out to me. The only time you did was when I gave you no choice but to do so.
I was just trying not to.
What? Trying not to hurt me? Dear, the one you were trying not to hurt was yourself. Avoiding the truth under the
wrote
guise
so
of
much,
kindness
man.
is all that you did. It occurred to you to do nothing but look out for yourself. Even if you claim that it was for my sake, that feeling was nowhere to be seen. In the end, everything was for your sake. I was never part of the picture.
Exactly right. So you see, you're a perfect representative of the masses we need to protect. This is why we chose you. You accepted the fiction we've provided, obeyed our orders, and did everything you were told to. The exercise is a resounding success.
Didn't I tell you that GW was still incomplete? But not anymore, thanks to you.
Your persona, experiences, triumphs, and defeats are nothing but byproducts. The real objective was ensuring that we could generate and manipulate them. It's taken a lot of time and money, but it was well worth it considering the results. I think that's enough talk. It's time for the
There it is.
final
It's
exercise. Raiden, take Solidus down.
Think again. I'm through doing what I'm told.
Oh, really? Aren't you forgetting something?
If you die, my child dies.
The termination of vital signals from your nanomachines means the death of Olga's child. Not to mention the death of Rose. She's wired the same way.
Rose, does she actually exist?
Of course I do, Jack. You have to believe me.
Believe me.
It will be a fight
But
to the
believe like
death.
it's
Solidus at
LA.
least wants you dead.
We will collect the necessary data from this last fight. Then we'll consider the exercise closed. So, Jack the Ripper, will it be Solidus, the Patriot's creation, or you, Solidus's creation? Our beloved monsters, enjoy yourselves.
Jeez. Like, so creepy.
Yeah.
Jack, my son. My clone brothers and I are called monsters, replicates of evil genes. You are one of a kind, but still a monster, shaped by a dark and secret history. We need to decide which monstrosity will have the privilege of survival. By the way, Jack, I was the one who killed your parents.
What?
I claimed you for my own and raised you as a soldier in the army of the devil. I am your foster father and your worst enemy.
Why?
Because I needed to know whether we were really someone else's creation. We're repeating history, Jack. Liquid and Solid hunted down Big Boss, trying to sever the tie that bound them to him. Unless you kill me and face your past, Jack, you will never escape.
Really cool,
You'll stay in the endless loop. Your own double helix. It's time we were both free.
What accuracy? Didn't even budge, oh my god.
I have other reasons for wanting you dead. The clues to the Patriots inside GW have been erased, but there are other traces. Inside you. What? The information is being carried by the nanomachines in your cerebral cortex, and throughout the neural network they've formed. Brace yourself.
No, we need like Metal Gear Rising music.
God, I love that line.
Oh, fucking links on this fucking. It's so hard to see, by the way.
I know, it's super hard to see from
It just lights up.
Let's go.
I'm on fire! So, I told you this one, Snake Tails. Snake Tails. Last Snake Tails, they should fight Solidus. Like barehanded as a
Let's go.
They're like pretty much looking extreme and that's like ridiculously but they have like a story behind them. They're like
is that the best you can do?
No, like taking pictures of giant like Genola like right in the bay. Yeah, like literally like giant swimming. Oh god. Oh, it's like no damage. Non-like... He has like a sword there, so he doesn't look like it hurts too much when he swings it.
Good work, Jack. This is where it gets interesting.
Buffalo, activate! Buffaloes! It's like, what's the difference? Over here!
Right, you have to beat Solidus. This is your last duty.
We're not just pawns in some simulation game, you know.
Yes, you are.
We're nothing but mere weapons, no different from fighter jets or tanks.
What the? The old model destroyed 4 years ago was Rex.
The new amphibious model is Ray.
Both of these are the same as the code names used by the U.S. Armed Forces to refer to Japanese warplanes during World War II.
Your code name, Raiden, too, comes from the Japanese Navy's name for one of its interceptors.
Stop it. I'm not a weapon.
Oh, really?
Guys, they were
Do
like
you know the
go
code
like
name the
white.
U.S. Armed Forces used for the Japanese fighter Raiden?
It was Jack. Both of you are just weapons to be used and thrown away.
Just weapons to be used on the battlefield. Just pawns in a game. Exactly as you said.
And a
Like
weapon
Silent Hill,
has no
it's like Silent
right
Hill.
to think for itself.
Oh my God.
Now, it's time
it's
to
like
fulfill
like
your
corrupted
purpose.
like that.
Defeat Solidus.
Take this!
Asshole.
Over here! Ready to give up, Jack? Is that the best you can do?
I'm always on fire. You can't like stay next to him. He freaking dashes away.
Take this!
Ah, he pushed me into this one. Wow, I didn't get up. Get up, you asshole.
Speaking of Valhalla,
No, I haven't seen that.
Let's go!
Yeah! We got him. I love that though, where it's like, he does like his like giant freaking fire trail death, and he's like, die, get ready. One more. Shinderu.
Dude, this, like, even as a kid, I was just like, wow, that was like ridiculous amount.
That's pretty good. To this day, I don't know. I'm pretty sure no one knows these things. False. I assume so. I have no facts, but he says something. He mouths like a word or a few words. Remember that thing I said we'd probably laugh about? It's coming up. So I can answer my phone. Oh. What? You do it. You ready for this? Because I'm ready for this.
I'm ready to laugh.
You better be ready to laugh, because I have no idea what I did. forget it. You're gonna see it, and you're gonna have a grand old time. But it's right here.
You're slapping your SNES machine and a grand old time. Oh.
Like for some reason in this cutscene.
Now I remember.
Nobody gives a fuck. Everyone's just walking.
Yeah, everyone's running except for those people. They're just like, huh?
Who am I, really? No one quite knows who or what they are.
Freaking out.
The memories you have and the role you were assigned are burdens you had to carry. It doesn't matter if they were real or not. That's never the point.
So good.
You know who's in that indie game?
There's no such thing in the world as absolute reality. Most of what they call real is actually fiction.
Really? Yeah, that's
what you think you see is only as real as your brain tells you it is.
Then, what am I supposed to believe in? What am I going to leave behind when I'm through?
We can tell other people about having faith.
I wish I was in this game.
What we had faith in. What we found important enough to fight for. It's not whether you are right or wrong, but how much faith you are willing to have. That decides the future. The Patriots are a kind of ongoing fiction too, come to think of it. Listen, don't obsess over words so much. Find the meaning behind the words, then decide. You can find your own name. And your own future.
Decide for myself?
And whatever you choose will be you.
I don't know if I can.
I know you didn't have much in terms of choices this time. But everything you felt, thought about during this mission is yours. And what you decide to do with them is your choice.
You mean start over?
Yeah, a clean slate, a new name, new memories. Choose your own legacy. It's for you to decide.
Are you ready?
It's up to you.
I'm ready. Here it is.
By the way, what is that?
Dog tags.
Tags.
Huge erection. The day we started, fucking July 12th.
Jesus.
Anyone you know?
No, never heard the name before. I'll pick my own name and my own life. I'll find something worth passing on.
Pranked.
It's a guy in the back.
Yeah. Who's huge erection?
They taught me some good things too.
I really don't remember what I put, so maybe not.
We've inherited freedom from all those who fought for it. We all have the freedom to spread the word, even me.
Snake, what about Olga's child?
Don't worry, I'll find him. Count on it.
It's me.
As long as you keep yourself alive, he's safe.
This name's stupid.
Do you know where Liquid went?
I put a transmitter on his ray.
Did he head for the Patriots?
Yeah, but I have a feeling they gave Ocelot a bogus location to begin with. Cheer up, we have a better lead. This contains the list of all the Patriots.
But Ocelot took it.
The one we gave you wasn't the real thing.
What?
This virus is coded to destroy only a specific part of GW, namely the information about the Patriots' identity. Which means that there's a parameter coded in here that defines what that information is.
I get it. Analyze the code and you can probably find out where they operate.
The police aren't really doing
Count me in.
No,
it's kind of like,
you have things to do.
It's sort of there.
Yeah. It's a guy with like a full-on like
people you need to talk to.
Like a gun in his holster, and this guy with a sword. Very inconsistent. Like, everyone else is wearing like suits and stuff.
Someone tells me that they're not supposed to eat. big, huge erection.
It's Rose. Even she's wearing a suit. Yeah. They're already talking about that. I didn't know it was here. Hail Hydra. Ah! Just get shot in the chest.
Snake?
Snake left a long time ago. I feel like that's the bird.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Can I ask you something? Who am I, really?
I wouldn't know. But we're going to find out together, aren't we?
Oh. Yeah.
See me for what I am, okay?
I know.
so disappointed. I know.
See, she's pregnant. My favorite quote in the entire
Do you
series.
remember this place?
Oh, not this one, but the next one after this.
Of course.
This
is where we first met. I remember now.
You'll see it. Like,
Today
I don't wanna
is
fucking
the
spoil
day
it.
I
It's
met
fucking
you.
amazing. It's like literally the most like
That's
motivational
it.
thing like ever. And in MGS4, he's like, "Ah, leave me alone to die. Let the world be."
I think I found something to pass along to the future.
Great.
What?
I love it.
He said all living things want their genes to live on.
Are you talking about the baby?
Yeah. The genes aren't the only thing you pass on. There are too many things that aren't written into our DNA. It's up to us to teach that to our children.
What kind of things?
About the environment, our ideas, our culture, poetry, compassion, sorrow, joy. We'll tell them everything together.
Is that a proposal?
This is for your ears only.
Honestly, the whole like Captain America, that story right now, it's awesome. It's really
Yeah, comics, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I just realized Destiny 2 is coming out September 6th.
So?
Yeah, I know, but it's just like all these games are like coming out right now. I'm just like,
Oh yeah.
I have like little to no interest in them.
We got like Evil Within 2. We have like Fighters coming next year.
Am I hurt
I'm excited to.
Call of Duty World War 2, Battlefront 2.
I feel with love.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, everything's coming out in October too. You already got one.
Yeah, October is pretty much gonna be the best. Freaking for 3DS, Mario Movie Superstar Saga. Is gonna be best.
Every child
Like actually like new assets.
Do you think tomorrow will bring sun or rain? Which one of these will show?
Oh shoot!
I can't say goodbye to yesterday, my friend.
But one day I should have worn my 60
Holding on till the end. Out of the darkness, there is no other way than the light leading to yesterday.
Metal Gear Solid 2 as a game. I didn't like it when I first played it. But now I do.
See, I wish I didn't. I wish I learned about running and shooting a lot earlier. That would be a lot of things. See, because the auto lock on is actually not too bad. And if you see speedruns, they don't really aim like how I did. They just run and they pretty much go with it. That's what I should have done. I just don't. I'm not used to the PlayStation controller. That's my problem. I like my favorite cutscene.
And I cry. Love, do not pass me by. Happy
one before it. It's right after this. And then it goes to the
please stay for a while.
Oh, we're Snake.
just by pressing on the shots. You can be behind much more than just fun fact, I actually wrote that verbatim from
Say goodbye to yesterday, my friend. 'Cause I know
I'm lying,
how
I'm
good it has been. Facing forever, here I stand, come what may.
That was this one.
You didn't get to the MGS one, Chris.
No, I didn't. It just started, I believe.
No, we got to the timeline, and then it, like...
Oh, really?
Yeah, and the power went out.
Damn it.
Yep. Unlike this one. Why? What the?
Here it is, my boy.
Oh, that's why.
Here it is.
Oh, man.
Let's go, hurry. Is it on?
Yeah, no, the
Life isn't just about passing on your genes. We can leave behind much more than just DNA. Through speech, music, literature, and movies, what we've seen, heard, felt, anger, joy, and sorrow. These are the things I will pass on. That's what I live for. We need to pass the torch and let our children read our messy and sad history by its light. We have all the magic of the digital age to do that with. The human race will probably come to an end sometime, and new species may rule over this planet. Earth may not be forever, but we still have the responsibility to leave what traces of life we can. Building the future and keeping the past alive are one and the same thing.
And then it's like so perfect right now. It seems like the piano. Boom. Metal Gear Solid 2. Sons of Liberty, my favorite fucking Metal Gear. It's so good.
You know, if I was in your class, I would be so...
Dude, that'd been fucking hilarious.
I would have been like so
I've finished
pissed.
going over that disc.
Did you find the Patriots list?
Of course. It contains the personal data of 12 people. There was a name on it. Snake, it was one of our biggest contributors.
What's going on around here?
I don't know.
Anyway, where are they?
Well, we were right about them being on Manhattan, but...
But what?
They're already dead. All 12 of them.
When did it happen?
Well, about 100 years ago.
What the hell?
What the hell?
You're like, what? Fucking MGS3. It's a freaking prequel. And it explains it. You're like, whoa.
Who are the Patriots?
Whoa. I only saved 8 times that entire game.
You...
It took us 8 hours to look at this.
You killed 14 people?
I did. Most of them was, a lot of them were on purpose. I'm a scorpion.
Wow. What, didn't they give you like a code or like a number to call? And you would get something else?
I don't think so.
It was like some sort of code.
I think that was God of War.
No, it was in here too. It was in the like PS2 version, I guess.
Oh, maybe in the PS2 versions, but I don't remember that too well.
I do because I couldn't figure out what the code meant.
Just look it up on the internet.